Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here, coming at you with another Vanguard Divine Season 3 Deluxe Arc episode. Today's the day, it's Youthberk Day. I've got him right here, tied by a little tie clip actually. Got a whole tie clip for my Skyfall arms right here. Ah, yes. No, anything for the rebellious knight. This is our day, rebirth. The rebirth of our edge. So, anyway.
Actually, I should ask, are you wearing glasses for this?
No.
Ah, damn, you should wear glasses and like take it off and like
whatever. I'll get glasses soon enough. I look at computers for a living. So having said that, today we're gonna be looking over and reacting to the new deluxe episode. With me, I've got my co-host Nabs, as he's already made himself aware. How are we doing, brother?
Yeah, hello. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, this is gonna be a match, baby. Oh, I'm so excited to see what Rebuild does. RevolDress. It's gonna be so good, and like the fight's gonna be so good. Rika's gonna have moments. There's gonna be, and like let's not forget about our opponent here. Today, Rika's facing off against Akina, our protagonist, and I fully think them sky's gonna fall. Akina is going to get grounded again. You see, the true marriage is not Rezael and any of the Liaels. It's the ground. He's going to hit that ground again today, and it's going to be beautiful. I have been waiting forever for this particular matchup. I always love Keter v Keter matchups, Paladin v Paladin, and this one's such an epic one. The Light Angel Knight, the Dark Rebellious Knight. Oh, it's just perfect, pitch perfect. Do you have any predictions about this episode? Like who's going to win, Rebuild's going to do? What do we got for us, Nabs?
I know that if Akina wins this, everyone's gonna be upset.
Oh, I'm gonna rage. Oh, I'm gonna hate that. I'm going to like take my Rezael and strangle it just a little bit. Just a little bit.
The lottery, the lottery bit, yeah, you might be right that the lottery doesn't happen. Okay, so here's the weird part about it. If Akina is gonna be relevant in the semifinals and the finals, he either has to lottery or he has to win this and the Kagetsu fight, or win this fight, right? Because so let's say if he loses this fight, like he needs to win against Kagetsu to qualify. Yeah. If he loses this fight and the Kagetsu fight, then Kuon needs to win against Kagetsu to qualify for the lottery.
I mean, honestly, they might do that. That would be hilarious. But yeah, I also agree that Kuon seems like a 3-0 guy, right? Or 0-3, I should say. But you know, maybe they'll throw him a bone just to add to the tension there. So and that's the thing. If it wasn't for the idea of a lottery and tiebreaker, this discussion wouldn't really be as like heated. But because that's always an element, we're thinking in every block that it might happen, and this one is definitely not the exception. This is the one where everyone suspects the lottery to happen because big exciting protagonist moment, is for the protagonist who's in block C, and also it's kind of the tight, most contentious block. We have a lot of headliners here, right? We have two of the most powerful Divinez characters and one of the most powerful Wildress characters, and also the brand new antagonist rival, whatever you want to consider Kagetsu. So there's any way it could go other than Kuon topping, unfortunately. So between those three, there's any way it could go. And it's just so hard. It's really hard to decide there. So I'm right there with you. I don't know what's going to happen, but the lottery included, I do think Rika's is going to win this. It's just a brevity of reasons for it, right? Like among the myriad, we have Rika is going to introduce Rebuild, so Rebuild's kind of an introductory fight, so there's a lot of precedence on that, right? I also think that that Rika needs this win in order to make top cut, because by going to top cut, his ultimate goal is to defeat Michiru. He wants to surpass Michiru. It was said in his bio for this season, right? This season. So they need to give him that moment of opportunity. I think it's going to happen on the deluxe stage. In order to do that, he really needs this win. Also, by losing to Rika, it adds more tension to the Kagetsu fight, because it means that Akina will need to win against Kagetsu to have a shot at the top tables. And I like that tension. I think that's good for the narrative. And also, I know a lot of people are like, but protagonist, but like, no.
He'll probably lose, actually. I don't think he's gonna make it to the semifinals. I think the his character development ends with the second Kagetsu fight.
I mean, honestly, I could see that. I mean, that would be a really cool twist. I could also see that. I think, like, definitely Rika makes top cut, but one of them two is either gonna, like, go on and off. I can see where Akina makes to, like, the top cut and then, like, Kagetsu falls off, or I could also see where they don't, and now, like, Deluxe's, like, top cut, while it is still definitely important, Akina's over on the sidelines trying to suss out some other plot stuff. But I feel like that fits more for Kagetsu not topping, because then there's gonna be some side events with him, and I also don't think Suzune's topping. I think it's going to be Megami and Suwo to the top cut, and so Suzune might also get caught up in whatever the greater plot at hand is, right? I've mentioned this a few times before, but, you know, to not sound like a broken record, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's definitely my thought process here. Any ideas on Rebuild?
I don't think I have any ideas on Rebuild. But I do want to bring this up real quickly. I had a discussion with my friend about the Mystic last night. Right? The
Griffin?
See, we were checking the triple rare, the double rare slot for all the nations, and Blanket supposedly only has one left, either one or none left, right?
Ooh.
And he said, "Ah, man, there's no way they're not gonna show the other mystics in the opening for Kagetsu, right?" And I'm like, I don't know about that. And then he said, the last slot for Kettle Triple Rare, what could that be? And I said, you know, the Griffin Mystic. And he said, nah, there's no way they're gonna pop. It's gonna pop out this season. And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, no, it's definitely gonna pop out this season. The card got shown in card form, and then he brought up, but what about the other Mystic, the other four shown in the opening? And I'm like, dude, those did not appear in the anime yet. The Griffin did. The Griffin's gonna get revealed this season. What are you talking about?
I think it's also worth noting that I agree, but I think the Griffin's gonna pop up during the Kagetsu fight, right? Because to emphasize the fact that Akina still has like growth to go through, like he's undergoing the journey of a hero, and in that way, you know, he's having a pretty good like role right now. He's on a streak, right? He's feeling really good, and I think Rika is going to serve as another barrier of entry, and this is going to be a really big rock, which he can't break because I guess it's not his theme song. And so when he loses to this rock and he like comes crumbling down, but has to then build himself back up, that is the true show of character that might make him worthy of the Griffin, and that's when he can finally communicate and connect with that unit from Cray. And because it just feels too early, right? It doesn't feel like it's quite earned yet, but Rika's gonna make him effing earn it. Rika's gonna make him feel bad after this, because we all know Rika, he's not exactly a sweetheart on the field, right? He is a hard knocks teacher, and he will gladly teach her boy what it's like. So I'm just so looking forward to this. Anything else to mention before we head into the road?
Yes. What do you think Rebuild is going to do?
I think of the cross RevolDress. It's a Yu-Yu reference, and also it's a great way to add in a toolbox, because I believe we're not going to... so I had like rebuild versions, so like retrains of not just Skyfall arms, but I also made one for each of the original 3 Revolve forms. So that would be Zest, Gust, Tempest. But even if they don't do that and they just add another Revolve form to mix, I think by doing the cross RevolDress and finding a way to not have it work with Full Blast will allow for not just more toolboxing, but it will breathe life into the original style of Youthberk, which was to run multiple Revolve forms and then Revolve form into ones of your choosing at any given time. Now it'll be 2 at a time, which is definitely a good upscaling comparatively speaking, right? And in addition to the cross RevolDress being able to breathe life into the usefulness of each of the Revolve forms, even Zest would be pretty neat at that point, right? It also allows you to still run a lot of the aforementioned support, because my theory is that it's going to use Revolve forms in the soul, either for the cross RevolDress by paying as a cost or some other thing to just assimilate their effects. So things like your Fergosas and your Carinos, which can put cards into the soul and stack them up, will still have a purpose in the deck. So it seamlessly works with all support eras of Youthberk. So that's my overall idea.
God, can you imagine if the skill is Energy Blast 3, put a Revolve form from outside of the game into your hand?
It's like a Raging Form thing. You retire 3 rear cards, add a Raging Form in Vanguard 0. Yeah, dude. Oh man, I would F with that. But it's like, oh my god, just imagine that in tournament play. Like you just like what, like you're like, okay, Energy Blast 3, and then you get up from your seat. It's like your opponent's like, where are you going? It's like, I'll be right back. I need to go get a Youthberk from outside the game.
Here's a side deck.
Like now, side decking is legal. Now we're one step closer to being a Konami game. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this going. Okay, so we're beginning with Rika's win. Oh, that's cool. So they're animating a bit from the manga deluxe.
Yep. Divinez episode 1.
Oh, they got a banner, bro. That's awesome. He looks so serious, though, dude. Man, he looks like he doesn't belong here.
He's graduating, dude. It's so funny.
And for damn good reason.
Is that the Gandiva player?
No. The Gandiva player has like a hat. He's a bit younger than that.
Oh, yeah. The Gandiva player was blonde, right?
Yeah, I think so. Although it's hard to tell because the manga is usually black and white.
I think the colored panel is, makes him look blonde.
He definitely looks like a blonde. He's not there yet. He will get him this tournament, though, man.
No one's gonna beat Ichiro yet.
I love that smile. Wings of Salvation, the Skyfall Knight. Oh, I love that name. Okay, so he meditates. Oh, he's got a headphones
he has
and
an
everything.
earplug.
Yeah, he does.
He has an earplug.
Or it might be a headphones. He might be like jamming to Breaking the Rock right now. That's his meditative cycle.
It's like, huh, this Argo Novice guy sounds a lot like me. Or Gyroxia, actually. Can I get a Mystic too?
Oh my god, imagine it's the knight. Interesting. Oh.
Man.
Oh, so this is another of his idols. Oh, that's cool.
Oh no, not the Shindo Rife mentality.
Hell yeah. That will never scare someone like Raika. You tell him the skies are farther away, then he'll just get a bigger lance.
Wouldn't that actually, like, wouldn't that actually hinder him?
No, because he's got card muscles.
His muscles have snakes!
The world or something snakes. I'm already into it. I'm already into it.
Alright, is he looking at that?
Ah, he's looking at the Mythish.
Yeah, it's a great too. Can't wait for you to replace Kwala.
Honestly, yeah. Damo better not replace Noberis. Everyone been paying.
I would love to have another Energy Blaster.
Will you accept my drink today? That feels weird.
Oh, Kisai was gonna buy him. Man, I would love if we get another Energy Blaster for Rezael.
Yeah. Because sometimes you don't see Noberis and it just goes to waste. Yeah. Oh, I bet the moment, because there's a bit, now that I think about it, there's a bit where Akina, in the very first shot of like the episode 1, when they're doing that little fight between Rezael and Vaisru, he says, I found it, my answer for playing Vanguard. I think when he finds his answer, that's the moment the Mythish awakens for him. So he still hasn't found it yet. It's not going to happen here. Okay, we're right into the action. Good stuff. I don't want to delay. Rebuild. Full blast is lame. We rebuild now.
Let's get you some mad bitches.
Fighter!
Oh god. Oh
no! Yeah, we got the raid products, bro. Yuna is always preferred. What the hell?
Hey, that's from Oshinoko, dude.
Oh, it is? Oh, I never knew. I never watched Oshinoko. I really should.
In that anime, there were twin babies that did that. Like literally 0 years old. They did that.
Wow. Okay. So that's a reference.
Yeah, or maybe it's just a typical thing you do with the lights, but yeah.
It's peak.
She may be judging for Group C right now, but those are double Ds, dude. I swear.
I like him. Tyranox Gold. Oh, new youth. Unsullied Eyes. Okay, cool. It's not no longer youth twice in the name. Unsullied Eyes. He looks so much cooler. Oh, good art.
That looks way cooler than Ardent Light.
Knight of Ardent Light was okay, but that's awesome.
That guy was edgy. This guy is crazy.
He still plays Carino. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking is you'll still use the new support. Svilt's in the deck? Oh! He might need Fregosa. Sorrowful Ardent Light. That's also awesome.
Call Dobrik. Call Dobrik.
Oh, that's a new card.
New card.
Dweedlejik. Exists? What?
That's so
it's
cool.
gold. Whoa.
That's so cool.
Whoa, dude. Oh my god, I have to get a better look at that. But we're gonna see it later.
That's our second triple rare then.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, you know what's funny? It didn't complete the Kuga reference, but it does complete the wizard reference.
And not only that, isn't like the final Kuga like black and gold and stuff? It might actually fit that, like an ultimate form. Nice. He's running draws. Yeah, it's too bad he wasn't running front triggers there. That would work out a lot better there, but I'm nitpicking him.
Nice.
That's an okay. That's an okay find. You already got a no Barris. You probably would want like a Rezael. Yeah.
I can double Numbers. He's going second, right?
What have you done to prepare?
He's a charisma fighter. No, he's a charisma fighter.
Remember, Raika's an intelligence fighter. He studies. He studies beforehand in the matchup data.
Oh no, intelligence, bullying, charisma, tell us all this time.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah, Akina's charisma fighting is weaker against intelligence fighting. You're going to fall to the ground. Let's do it. It's time to take down the skies. Okay.
The sound effect is back.
Oh god. It sounds cool. It looks cool. It is cool.
Man, his wings are actually more gray. His wings is more gunmetal gray than it was metallic.
Everything is gray actually, and like sad. Like even the names of the Youthberk Rebuild a lot more downtrodden.
Wait, he's attacking with here first. No.
Oh no! Wait, you know what that means? It's a restander, isn't it?
Totoriga.
2. Frontal trigger! Yeah, that seals it. He's got a restand.
Come on. Show it to me.
Oh yeah. What do we got? You're just fighters.
But you can still surpass him.
Yep. Don't think about extraneous stuff. Just fight. Michiru. That's true. His idol didn't care about status, neither should he.
Man, you got beat up by the second worst mask. You should feel ashamed.
Oh man. Improve forever.
Hey, wait.
Costly surpass yourself.
Upset.
Oh man, he whipped that.
Make David upset.
Dokumatemo. RevolDress. Okay, it's going first. RevolDress. Reforma existo. Whoa, this is edgier than ever before. It's a double halberd. Oh, he's got the ring around him. I just Setsury overload.
Come on. Restand, please.
Setsury overload right now. God, look at that art.
Make my Sekona.
Drop zone.
Make my Sekona dream.
He can revolt just for the drop, so now he can discard revolt forms from the hand for ride fodder.
It's so good.
Oh, that's excellent.
Come on, restand.
It's a revolt for reason. Okay. Honestly, I'm glad that it's the RevolDress that's doing it.
I'm so glad that Sekona can...
Discarding a card from hand?
Drive +1.
Oh, it gets it in. It's got a built-in gust. Wayward can call back.
Oh, that's good though, because we can always use Wayward now. Then we don't have to rely on Gus. Oh, that's so good.
Oh, the music is crescendoing.
Oh wait, I just realized the Sequana doesn't work anymore because the drive becomes 1.
Right, but we don't need it. That's why he's running Svilt now. Svilt's gonna be the new back row center booster.
That means we can put Enucleate on the back row and boost with it first.
Fascinating though. So he's running the other Revolt form still, but Exist isn't like... Exist is totally different from the others. Bind it? Wait, he's
right,
ramping them.
Because it writes from the drop now.
I bet there's a ramp feature to that though too. Aww.
Man, he really just said F you to Dullbreak though. That's crazy.
Unfortunate. Best girl.
Alright. Yes, Hikari's there, so you're right.
Honestly, Dullbreak probably didn't work as much because he's binding him, so Dullbreak doesn't have fodder as much anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. He's just said F you to Dullbreak.
I think about like Dullbreak's like benefit. I'm like, yeah, it's not enough. It's
the new countercharger basically just outclassed him.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll do your best, Akina. Can you imagine Akina rides Unmeo in right deck? That'd be funny as frick.
You know what would be really funny, Josh?
What?
If the preparation that Raika did for this fight is playing one of Bliffin.
Just to counterpick him. Oh, okay. So he's still writing Kiseki no Meisha. Nobia. Oh, okay. That's a good field. Are you nervous? You gonna divine skill yet?
Crap.
He's not gonna divine skill yet. Okay, that's Raika's through line. Raika's gonna punish him for that. I'm so sorry, Rezael. I still love you, baby. Okay, Savidus is online here. Savidus is so... Ooh, animation, good. Damn.
Ooh, that looks clean.
I like the block there. Oh, that's classic Youthberk. He doesn't even look at his opponent when he blocks. He always just reaches out his arm. It's very edgy. Gargon. Okay. That's okay though, that's a 10k shield.
He's gonna punish you for playing Gargon.
God, he's seeing a lot of that grade too, can I just say? Another Kanzengardo? Ooh, Raika, you burned a lot on that. Hmm. And he knew that. He knew you'd wait. But sometimes you need to survive now. Mm-hmm. It was a mistake. He should have divine skilled there.
And he would know more than anyone, right?
Mm-hmm. You will fall. Yeah, it's here.
Yeah,
break the rock. Break the rock. You break the rock. Hey, 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 break the rock.
Right. Go for it.
Critical trigger. Oh, he's got a kill quote. Kill quote. Revolt form.
Oh, no,
Existo. It still just exists for now.
Existo.
You can see Youthberk's eye on the other end there. It's cool.
Yeah, we are Rocket Roll. Oh yeah. Oh man, the goal on him looks so less vicious. Less vicious? I don't know.
Nice. And darkness. Yep, exactly. I had a feeling there's a ramp mechanic to it. Yep.
20k?
20k instead of 10k. It gets a critical. Oh. So it is. It's Gust, Tempest, and Zest all at the same time now.
Wait, did he just power creep full blast?
He did.
My lord, is that legal?
It is because it's a turn later. Okay, I'm into it. Oh, good break. Nah, you ain't running, dude. You will fall.
Oh, the goal. The fact that the goal actually is like changing the color of his scar is so cool.
Yeah.
Like the scar is more orange now. Look at that.
Yeah, the orange is a nice palette choice there. You can't block that. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, Rezael. I just have preferences. And the Griffin, because you haven't been chosen left. That is an anime, ultra anime finish.
Oof. Didn't even ride into King. That's how vicious that was.
Mm-hmm. It's just like the Yugioh fight. Yugioh never got a chance from Mahar.
Damn.
Yep, oh, what's interesting about that, though... Wait, is that a hit, though, that if he had used the Divine Skill there, would the Griffin have counted as a trigger there, and it would have helped him?
Well, he would have shuffled his deck, so... He probably would have gotten something else instead.
Okay, that's fair. I was just thinking ahead, right, just in case. Yeah. How do you beat him? Well, Kagetsu did. Okay, I hope you don't crash out too hard, right? I'm sorry, Akina. Yeah. But he needs to crash out. He needs to build.
He's smiling.
Oh, is he smiling? Oh, is it just like Yugioh? Oh, it might just be like Yugioh.
Yugiohism. Yeah, he's still thinking about the fight. That's how good that fight was.
Approval. Good.
You really remind me of him.
Yes, sir. Seems now Senpai knows her student a little bit more than Megami does. Is Gui gonna win? That would really help. Yeah, okay, cool. I had a feeling. They're gonna give Etika... Yeah, because this is a way for Etika to possibly get in through lottery. Okay, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. Good. So there's still a chance for Etika. Whoa! Senka did a job? Seeded you.
Yeah, now Nexus.
Fight me. Hell yeah.
Right now.
They have some... Meet me in the back.
Meet me in the back. What a gangster.
Oh, wow. So much for, Ooh.
And he just went 3-0. And no, he went 2-0, so he needs...
So if Akina can beat Kagetsu, there's 3-2-1s. There's 3-2-1s then, assuming that Kuon loses to Raika. Oh, God, that look. You're looking good, aren't you, Skyfall? You're gonna be meta again, baby. You're gonna be meta again.
Yeah, Kuon beats Raika and Akina loses, right?
You're gonna take Buff Saga out of the sky.
Wow.
He's examining. I like that. I like that. Couple of twists there in those few seconds. Honestly, definitely less of a jolt compared to the first time. I appreciate it.
Damn, lost against Basagura, but won against Varka. That's a curveball.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I guess if you assess that Basagura is more powerful than Varga these days, I guess so. But, you know, it's Sephiroth Gila. I'm gonna assume that now got rushed. Oh, is he connecting with the Griffin?
If he called Latifa, then yeah, definitely.
Aww. Oh, he's cute. What's your name again? Aw, I can't wait to play you. Oh, I'm into this mascot. He's awesome. Okay, ending scenes. Oh, is this a plot moment? Is someone gonna walk up on him being like, yo, by the way, things gonna happen soon. We're gonna bomb the stadium.
Bruh.
Whoa. Whoa, what's up? Nah, you don't gotta repair. It never was. For a girl. Yeah, it's like such a hard ass. Let's have a good fight. Fighto, fighto. Peak art, peak.
Rip Sequana, dude. What the hell?
Honestly, that's fine, because we have space now. We don't need Sequana. It was its only effect to do that, really. Wow, that's intense.
Now I can play 4 Brady Arcs in my deck.
Blackout? Interesting. Why here, though? Oh, for the first leader, maybe? Oh, this might be Oh, interesting. So the way he's walking up on it makes me think that he's not the leader of Blackout, but he fought the leader of Blackout, and this changed the course of his life. Are we gonna get a flashback fight? Oh, that would be so interesting for the narrative. I don't think we've really seen that before. Not like a full
invite Noir for next week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, damn well better, right? Shoot. Especially because I'm trying to divvy up the host as well as I can. Great episode. Honestly, fight definitely what is expected for the most part. I like how punishing that was, right? Akina definitely didn't crash out the way I thought he would, which is good because I was like kind of wincing at him falling because I still really like Akina and Rezael, and the Myth is just a really cute mascot now. I dig that little moment. It's just adorable. So I'm glad that everything like is good. It's a feels good man kind of day. And also the way that they're doing like the toppings is definitely like leaving some stuff in contention with the lotteries potentially. So we're definitely way up in the air. The intrigue on who's going to make top cut is shot up like never before. Now, as for Rebuild himself, right, talking from a technical standpoint, Nabs, you go first. What do you think about Rebuild?
Wow. That's it. Not like, but holy crap! I mean, it's a full blast. That's that has delayed gratification and you only play one copy of it. I do wonder how that's going to translate if it's allowing for multiple revolve forms or if it's going to just be exist until the end of time.
Yeah, and what's really trippy about this to me is he's running other revolve forms. We saw Tempest get drove check, but it's like as though they didn't matter anymore. Like they're different RevolDresses, so either there's a condition to it or not. I mean, it's weird because Exist has a condition to where it gets more power if you have a revolve form in the bind zone, meaning that you can run the other revolve forms and then go and Exist later if you don't have it in time. But then it gives you an extra incentive if it is Exist, which is the critical. So yeah, it really is just like a different full blast, but it both makes things matter more and less. Which I mean, given kind of the depressing nature of a lot of these cards, right? Like I guess it's kind of funny if it says like nothing matters or whatever. Go figure, right? I mean, why wouldn't that be the quote of the year? That is I have to see how it works. Rebuild itself, I definitely like how Rebuild works though. The Skyfall Arms Rebuild has two things that are really big quality of life upgrades. One, it has a built-in Sequana. That's huge here, because now you don't need to run Sequana. That means you can run Svilt, which I felt really bad for Svilt because I actually really, really like Svilt as a booster. It's an amazing booster.
Thank you.
And in addition to that, it also means that we don't have as much pressure to like make Sequana work, because there are times where let's say that your back row center is like filled with other stuff, or maybe you want to substantiate your rearguard call, but you have a Sequana to do it, and then Sequana has to move into Soul at the end of the first battle just so you can get an optimal attack formation. Sequana was kind of an awkward card. Now we don't have that awkwardness anymore in this deck, so I really dig that. And also it still has some combo elements that makes it work with the other revolve forms just as well. So it's not giving favoritism to Exist, because Exist is a very it's a self-enclosed kind of strategy, right? Where it only needs itself to really work. You just run the revolve forms extra to it. So in terms of a gameplay perspective and whether the deck got an upgrade or not, it's a very seamless upgrade. It feels like you could just transition these cards right into your deck, no questions asked. Now, from that point, though, I do have to wonder. Carino, I get, because Carino is a great discard fodder to just, like, get you to Revolve form. It's basically, like, a true plus at that point, because if you can Revolve Dress from the drop zone, all you have to do is just Soul Blast it out, and then there you go, right? You're good to go. But what I'm more curious about is things like Fergosa, right? I guess Fergosa will still be like a beater and a draw engine card. It's just not as important for the ramp aspect at this point. So I guess that's what they're going for now, which I get it. I have to see how it plays, but I am very excited for it.
The first skill of Fergosa is harder to make work, though.
Yeah, because you have to. You need 3 or more Revolve forms. Thankfully, they don't have to be the specific names. So now, in this deck, my theory on how to run this deck, this is just my sort of like catch-all, is you run 3 different Revolve forms. You run Gust, Tempest, and Exist. You don't do Full Blast anymore, and you don't do Zest anymore. Sorry, Zest. And those are the 3 that you run. So Gust and Tempest are sort of like side options that you can run in the deck, but they're more so like fodder cards for you to not just have like good Revolve from consistency, but also for things like Fergosa's effect and Carino's effect. But then also you just prioritize Exist. So Exist is going to be your 4 of Revolve form that you try as much as possible to try and get. The one thing about this deck that will definitely make that a little bit harder is that if you ever go into a grind state, if you have your bound, you can't get back your bound Revolve forms as of yet anyway. So at some point or another, because if you keep using Exist, you're going to bind Exist, you might have to kind of taper off back into something else. But this deck definitely seems like it has a little bit more stamina to it now, but it's also so aggressive that it probably doesn't want to get to that point. So we're probably looking at a very volatile aggro deck, but it's a little bit more stable than last time, and it's probably a little bit more cool. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how like it tapers off there.
Why are you being such a coward? Just play for Exist, all right? I'm not even joking about that.
Yeah, like. Yeah, no, like seriously, just play 4 Exist and then probably 2 Gust, 2 Tempest. And then that's your like 8 Revolve forms.
No, 4 Exist.
Why?
Because you don't need anyone else. Just you know what? The dual Jellic, we haven't seen that card skill, but there's a suspicious lacking amount of Schneisel. So imagine if dual Jellic just searches Revolve forms.
Well, no, we had a confirmation that it did. But it's a top 5 search like Schneisel. Like let me show you where he does it. Yeah, he
gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he does it on turn 2, right?
Yeah, what he calls is I gotta find it. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, okay, you remember now. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it searches the top 5, and because of that, which by the way, the ride line definitely an upgrade. I like that it has increased radiuses to it. That's awesome. And also the artwork is a huge glow up. This is a new era for Youthberk, and I think it's probably going to feel like a better deck to play. It feels like I'm not sure, I'm not going to say healthier is the right word for it. I think it feels like a more engaging deck to play now, but it's so aggressive. Like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of Buff Sagata. In that it has the same basic makeup. It's got a very aggressive like Vanguard blueprint, but also has a restand element to it. With Buff Saga, it requires the basic the restanders like themselves, the Yugioh shits. But for this one, the restand comes from Exist. So you're definitely putting back on Exist. And same thing with Buff Saga, where usually the arm cards you end on is a Diava and Bodowan. At almost all times. Those are the 2 you should be ending on, at least for like, you know, your end of your turn and your opponent's turn when it goes away, yada yada, right? I'm digressing here, right? So they're definitely giving the makeover treatment, right? Like these WillDress decks kind of have like a little bit of an override, but that wasn't the case for Magnolia. Magnolia didn't really have an override. It still uses a lot of the Silverhorn Beast, so that one's a little bit interesting, and they're definitely backwards compatible. But aside from like Magnolia himself, there wasn't really any power creeps from the Silverhorns, right, Nabs?
Power creep? What do you mean?
So, you know how like old Sword and Shield were taken out for new Sword and Shield in Buff Sagata, along with the new Buff Sagata herself and the new ride line? Or how you have the new ride line for Youthberk along with like this Revolve form, which is kind of like a substitute for Full Blast now. There's sort of like a power creep angle to it, but Magnolia didn't really have that. It still maintained the same Divine's ride line, which I guess is why, because it's a newer ride line anyway. And it also seems to still use mostly the same basic like Silverhorn Beast, and it gave you new options, but they're not like superior options to like some of the pre-existing ones?
That depends, because two of them is just straight up a better upgrade. Like Voldiar is just a straight up better impulse, and Compadre is an upgrade in the sense that it gives more utility to Magnolia, and with just one Magnolia, now you can go +5 on your board just by rewriting it to Magnolia.
Oh Jesus, yeah. So I guess it's different, but it's still got a kind of a power creep thing here. So definitely more advantage and more pressure here, right? Like, I mean, heck, the drive. I would say that Boss Sagara definitely got a lot because yeah, like Boss Sagara got like that extra drive for Diava along with like there's ridiculous power and beatdown. But I almost actually think that Youthberk made out better, because Youthberk is less piece reliant, and also Youthberk on top of that has like a part of that piece reliance is that its multi-attack is inherent to itself. Exist as a 5-attack turn. Just existing is a 5-attack turn. You know, I like the pun there. That's really strong, and it gives the power itself. So those really ridiculous like front row power-ups is coming from Exist as well. And then on top of that, you still have access to a lot of the Keter generics to make you do. Where Boss Sagara comes out ahead is that Boss Sagara has more recursion elements for it, which is really strong. And on top of that, Boss Sagara has the X factor of field removal, which Exist doesn't seem to do field removals. It didn't maintain that part of Tempest. It doesn't care about the opponent's board at all, for better or for worse. So there's definitely comparisons there, and I want to see them fight. I want to see which one ends up being better between Youthberk and Boss Sagara, because aside from Rezael, those are my two standard babies, and I want to see them all flourish. Speaking of Rezael, the Griffin, oh man, next fight, definitely the Griffin's going to pop in. Just based on that ending scene with Akina there, well, not the actual ending scene. They got cuddles, he's communicating with them. It seems like it's time. I'm so excited, dude. That Griffin's going to be an awesome addition to this deck. And aside from the Griffin, the only thing left that we have to look forward to in terms of like new cards is the possibility of a second Mythish, maybe even third from Kagetsu, depending on how bombastic they want that final fight with Akina to be. And also, of course, Nexus. Blankmire Nexus is on the way. That should be coming up in 2 weeks' time, I have to say, instead of 1 week's time, because Kagetsu's having a flashback episode next week. So we have that. And then afterwards, it should be Suo versus Suzune. And that's when we're going to get Blankmire Nexus. We're going to have to wait 2 weeks for it. So we're going to have to be patient, ladies and gentlemen. But when it comes, oh boy, it's a coming. So to all you Blankmire fans out there, based on the track record we've seen for the other ones, it's probably going to be worth it. So you hold on tight. You're going to get your benefits soon. And with all that said, that's going to do it for the review here. If you guys did like this reaction, then do be sure to catch up on the other reactions that we had like prior. This is episode 9, so we've got a few more episodes to go. So you got time to catch up if for whatever reason fate happened to show you this. Maybe the YouTube algorithm decided to throw you a curveball and send you our way. So if you like us, well, hey, here it is. You can catch up to this point and then watch alongside the rest of us every week on Fridays, Saturdays if you're overseas, but Fridays CST. And if you're looking for other Vanguard content on the side while you're waiting, then look no further than this channel. We've got top 10s, discussions, fight nights, the whole shebang, so check them out. If you like what you see, consider leaving a subscribe and turn notification bell for the next time I upload a video. And with that said, take care and God bless.
See you next time.